with some tips on how to get your spending under control. We are joined by Simone Lis, President and CEO of the Better Business Bureau. Simone, thanks so much for joining us today.
Thank you.
All right. We know that there are so many challenges right now with the price of everything going up, rising interest rates. Tell us why it was important for the Better Business Bureau to put this list out.
Well, we know that both consumers and businesses have been concerned about, where their dollar is going, and certainly the uncertainty that seems to be coming over the horizon with the market. And so when times get tougher, consumers start to be more careful about how they're going to spend their money. And so it's really important for us to help consumers make wise choices and give them some tips on things that they can do to help them have their dollar go further.
And you have a great list, really sensible things that maybe all of us can put into action. So let's start off with the first one, which you say negotiating your interest rate with the bank. A lot of people might not even realize they can do this, that they, have a bit of wiggle room.
Absolutely. I mean, if you've been with a bank for a long period of time and you have multiple products with that bank, maybe you have a mortgage or a line of credit, there's no reason if you see some fees on your bank account that you're not clear about for you to have a conversation with that bank and then ask them, what would be better for them. Negotiate with them and maybe even review your spending habits with them, and they might have a better product for you.
All right. And your next tip has to do with vehicles. Explain.
Well, I mean, with the rising cost of inflation, your vehicle is worth more now than it was when you purchased it. And so if you don't need to buy a new car, then perhaps now is a good time to hold on to your vehicle. If you have a leased vehicle, it may also be a good time for you to actually buy your vehicle out because, as I said, it's worth more. Supply is really challenging in the market to find either a new or a used vehicle. So hold on to it.
And a good time to sell a vehicle if you don't need it either.
Absolutely. The demand is there.
Yeah, the demand is there. And now we all know grocery prices are rising dramatically, but you say that there are little things that we can do to be a little bit smarter when it comes to shopping for food.
Absolutely. I mean, if you're looking around, one tip is to go vegetarian for a few days of the week, with meat and fish being on the rise. By going vegetarian, that provides you an opportunity to save some money. And I'd also suggest look in your pantry, look at what you haven't used for a while, a meal plan. And, when you're meal planning, that allows you to also take advantage of offerings that your store is putting out and, again, shop around.
For sure. And subscriptions, we all have them kind of racking up. We might not even realize how many we're paying monthly. So you're urging us all to take a closer look at that?
Yeah, if you look at your bank statement and you see where you're spending your money, that's often where we find these subscriptions. And while $10 a month doesn't seem like a lot, if you're not using it, why have it? So I would suggest cancel the subscriptions you're not using and consider really what it is that you want out of these things.
All right. Last but not least, your last tip is to set up a budget. When it comes to a budget, how do we want to allocate those funds?
Well, I heard a great tip is to follow the 50-30-20 rule. And so what that is keep 50% for your needs, 30% maybe for your wants, and 20% to pay down debt or for your savings. The Financial Consumer Agency of Canada actually has this really great budgeting tool. I took a look at it last night, and it's something that can help you set up a budget.
All right. That is Simone Lis with the Better Business Bureau. Some great tips for us all to try and save a few extra dollars. Thanks so much for being with us today.